Hi, welcome to Bharata First. I'm frankrausanpereira. This is FRP Explains, a show where I try to simplify the complex and put things into perspective for you. Let me start today's episode of FRP Explains with a video.
सावन का महीना चल रहा है, हलाल चाय पिला रहे हैं।
हलाल से क्या होता है?
हलाल क्या होता है तो आप समझिए। हलाल सर्टिफाइड, ये क्या लिखा हुआ है? हलाल सर्टिफाइड, ये क्या चीज है?
क्या
हलाल सर्टिफाइड क्या चीज है ये?
इसमें मसाला ठीक प्रीमिक्स है।
नहीं, हलाल सर्टिफाइड क्या होता है? हमको जानना चाहिए ना। हलाल आई समझते हैं और सारा चीज समझते हैं। हलाल क्या होता है ये हमको समझाइए।
समझा देंगे सर। आपको वेजिटेरियन 100% दिया गया है। देखिए सर,
ठीक है, हमारा सावन चल रहा है, हम अभी पूजा करेंगे जाके। ये हलाल सर्टिफाइड क्या होता है?
आप वीडियो बना रहे हैं सर।
यस,
इसमें कोई भी ऐसा चीज नहीं दिया गया आपको कि जो नॉन वेजिटेरियन है। एक पूरा वेजिटेरियन आपको दिया गया है। चाय वेजिटेरियन ही होता है सर, कहीं कभी चाय पीसेगा।
ये हलाल सर्टिफिकेशन क्या होता है? FSSAI समझ में आता है,
सारा
E-K2 समझ में आता है, PDF समझ में आता है। हलाल क्या होता है?
देखिए सर, यहाँ वेजिटेरियन का मार्क लगा हुआ है।
ठीक है,
प्योर वेज है सर, प्योर वेज है।
आप आइंदा से
Pure
ख्याल
veg
रखिए। हमारा सेंटिमेंट है, रिलीजियस
Pure veg
सेंटिमेंट है। इस तरह का सर्टिफिकेशन किसी का रिलीजियस
ये प्योर वेज चाय है सर।
रिलीजियस सर्टिफिकेशन हमको नहीं चाहिए। आई डोंट वांट एनी रिलीजियस सर्टिफिकेशन। आप स्वास्तिक सर्टिफिकेट लाइए। आप
ओके सर, मैं करता हूँ, उसके बात करता हूँ।
आप इसमें बात कीजिए।
प्योर वेज है सर, उसमें कोई
Yes.
दिक्कत नहीं। चाय वेज ही होता है सर।
This is an incident that took place a couple of days ago on a Vande Bharat train, and you can clearly see the heated exchange between a passenger and the railway staff. I must commend the railway staff for maintaining his calm, his composure, and trying to deal with the situation in the best way possible. The issue at hand: halal certification on a packet of pre-mixed tea. And quite rightly so, the passenger had every reason to be irate and demand for an explanation. First, let's try and understand what is halal. Halal is an Arabic word which basically means permissible, and Islam very clearly categorizes and tells its followers what is permissible and what is not, which is haram. Halal certification came into picture in 1974. Later on, in the early 1990s, other items were added, which was food products, cosmetics, as well as medicines. Now, as far as the general populace, at least in India, is concerned, very clearly makes halal and meat synonymous with each other, because that's how we are used to it. It is clear that the Indian Railways immediately responded to this particular issue and said that the tea was 100% vegetarian and there is nothing to worry about. It has the FSSAI certification, and the halal certification was mentioned there because keeping in mind the international compulsions, and this tea mix is exported outside of the country as well, and that's why it was important to have the halal certification. The company in question also came out with a statement and said that the product, that is the tea premix, is 100% vegetarian. It has the green dot simplifying that it is vegetarian, 100% organic or 100% natural, and vegetarian products are only used along with milk, and there is nothing to worry about. As far as the population or as far as Indians are concerned, there is certainly cause for concern and something to worry about, because the moment you see halal attached to anything, immediately the first thing that comes to mind is meat, and one would definitely question as to why you would be serving meat or some kind of meat product tea. There could be some oil that is there, there could be the way it is grown or whatever it is. I mean, it's difficult to understand, but the moment you see halal, this thought comes to your mind. So it is important to clarify. Secondly, if international standards have to be met, please do meet them, have the halal certification. You're such a big company, have a different packaging for India. You just need the green dot and the FRP certification. You don't really have to mention within India that halal certification is required or that the tea is halal certified. That's something that can easily be done. You have separate packaging for India and you have separate packaging for for foreign locations or export packets as well, so that this kind of a confusion doesn't come to the fore and you do not have to give an explanation like this once the incident itself is taken place. You can avoid the whole thing by just following this simple process or procedure. Religious sentiments are something that come to the fore as well, and nobody's religious sentiments have to be hurt. This is not the first time that halal has come into a controversy like this. About a year and a half ago, in the early months of 2022, we saw this controversy reach a feverish pitch. The BJP General Secretary at that point in time had raised this particular issue and went on to say that halal is a form of economic jihad. It makes sure that members of only certain communities or Muslims are benefactors and they have a monopoly as far as meat sale is concerned as a result of halal meat.
halal मतलब क्या है? What is the meaning of halal? Quality certificate? Is it quality certificate? मजहब के वजह से सर्टिफाइड कर रहा है तो economic jihad होता है.
A petition was filed in the Supreme Court as well. The Supreme Court, of course, later on in October dismissed the petition, saying that it will not indulge in such issues, and as far as freedom of eating what each person is concerned is left up to that person, and the court cannot interfere in the matter, is what the Supreme Court said. Clearly, if the court does not want to interfere in the practices of eating habits, then clear lines should be defined. Again, coming back to the halal controversy as far as the halal tea is concerned, this certainly at some level makes alarm bells go off in the head for certain sections of society, and that needs to be taken care of as well. If you take care of the needs, the demands and the wants of one section of society, the others also need to be looked after, and that is what is important when we are living in a democracy, that everyone is treated equally. With that, it's a wrap on this edition of FRP Explains. Don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the bell icon and enjoy more such content. Regular programming with discussions, with quizzes, with interviews and everything begins on the 1st of August. So mark the date and don't miss out on that. That's it from me. This is Frankrausanpereira signing off.